I'll just show this graph very quickly. Public transport in London is planned to reduce the need of the car. Amazingly, there are 500,000 daily trips by car within the London area for journeys of less than 200 metres. And you can see from these bar charts just how few journeys are made by rail in London, even though Londoners make 50% of all UK rail journeys. So let's get things into perspective. So why don't more people in London use the train, especially where a rail journey is feasible? Trains are clean and modern. They're efficiently operated by experienced private sector operators who know what they're doing. Billions of pounds is being invested by government and the taxpayer every year to improve rail service quality. The rail industry has worked very, very hard to improve its performance. A 92% measure of quality is achieved now, PPM, the quality measure of the rail industry now. It's 92% out of 100 is the norm for rail services going into London. However, it's a dirty secret that rail passenger standards in London do not currently level up with those on tube, bus, DLR or overground. More needs to be done, a lot more. Rail is overall more expensive than any other mode of public transport in London except the taxi. Fares and ticket restrictions are complicated. The best value promise of Oyster pay-as-you-go is still not accepted on national rail very widely. Its service frequencies are much less than bus, tube, DLR or tram. Those modes are turn up and go. Rail is still not there. There are very many fewer staff available to provide information or provide security. You join a bus and you meet the driver as you board. On DLR there's a train captain on nearly every station and staffing on the underground is 24/7. Train services start and finish earlier than tube or bus services. Station staff at most rail stations are non-existent after the evening peak. Passengers feel less safe on rail than they do on other modes. Journey planning using national rail is mostly buffer stops or station to station, not origin or destination. Now I live in West Byfleet, that's just outside the GLA boundary near the M25. So I went on the web this morning, the National Rail Inquiry site, to plan my journey from West Byfleet to Barbican. National Rail website doesn't recognise Barbican. It recognised the thing though, it came back, didn't ask me, are you sure I've got the right station? It says, your journey to Bardogan will take 6 hours and 3 minutes and 6 changes of trains. This is impossible. We've got to have a national rail planning system that recognises that people make journeys which involve more than just rail buffer stop to buffer stop. Stations are unwelcoming edifices with very few facilities remaining from their original Victorian heyday. And other modes of transport are improving at a faster rate in London to try to keep up with passenger expectations. This is all very little comfort to our Mayor, Boris Johnson, who has a vision for London's transport system which is playing a key role in making London more prosperous, more inclusive and greener. People set up their offices and employment in London because it's the best place to live and work. They can easily move to Frankfurt, their international businesses or elsewhere. Boris wants a fully integrated transport system for London, with the capacity for London's growing population, with turn up and go metro services and safe and secure trains and stations. So what are we doing about it? We've got a clear vision for a fully integrated and accessible rail network. And very simply, we call our vision the electron diagram. Fast and frequent radial metro services. 4 cross-London rail routes to avoid the need to interchange with the tube. So through from the east vertically to the west, we've got the East London line, Thameslink, and then the West London line. And through the centre, Crossrail. And the orbital overground network, again, to avoid interchanging in central London and to minimise the need for outer London car journeys. So strategically, our network is there to minimise the need for car travel to, from and within central London.